Hey guys, it's Minius. As you might know, Friday night, a video featuring what appears to be pre-alpha footage for Mass Effect Andromeda got out, and although Friday night was April Fool's, the general consensus is that the footage at least appears to be legit. Well, someone, probably EA, is surfing around the net trying to take these videos down. I'm going to try to have a working link to the footage up in the description box if you want to check the footage out for yourself. Because I want to avoid anybody coming after me, this video won't feature clips from that footage, and I'll just be giving a brief description of things, and then talking about them. If all the original footage is purged from the internet, hopefully this video can serve as a bit of a consolation for those late to the party, and if they decide to leave those videos alone, I may end up replacing this video with one that contains actual footage. Personally, I think there's a good chance that this footage is real. It's got an obvious sci-fi feel, the close-ups of the characters, both Krogan and human, have very Mass Effect looking armor. The graphics don't look great, but this footage is supposed to be from 2014, and I don't know how many games look great 2 to 2.5 years before they're released. There are two things that I took from this footage. The first scene features a human with what appears to be a small tattoo on his face, getting the drop on a Krogan. He's got a pistol to the back of the Krogan's head, but the Krogan is prepared. The Krogan then releases some kind of gas or pollen grenade that really messes up the human, who collapses. There's a good chance that I'm making this sound cooler than it actually is. Those two are then approached by three others, what's probably a Mass Effect fire team, featuring another Krogan and probably two humans. I mentioned the graphics don't look great. This fire team could consist of the Pathfinder, Drac the Krogan, and Cora, possibly a blonde woman. It's a bit tough to tell. What isn't tough to tell, and is the first point I wanted to make, is that there is some kind of conflict going on between the Krogan and human. I know a Krogan in a conflict isn't surprising at all, but it's still very possible that the Milky Way races in this game traveled to Andromeda together, and should be trying to get along. This paints a different picture. If this footage is any indication, there are factions of Milky Way aliens that you're going to need to fight. That possibility changes the dynamic quite a bit from, let's all work together to survive in the new galaxy. By far the most interesting part of the footage is the use of the jump pack. Now there's not much there, it takes up less than 5 seconds of time, but the character jumps twice in a row, once off of what's probably a multi-story structure, and then again over a doorway onto a single-story structure, which is maybe 10 to 15 feet high. It's tough to give you a good impression of what it looked like, but what it reminded me of most is the jump pack in Star Wars Battlefront from late last year. It's not too much of a stretch to imagine these two jumps being similar. DICE and BioWare have been sharing resources, Andromeda is being made with the same engine as Battlefront, Frostbite 3. The Battlefront jump isn't spectacular, but it is fun and not too difficult to use. More importantly, you can both shoot and toss grenades while you are in the air. As far as Mass Effect is concerned, this would be exactly what I am looking for. The opportunity to use abilities in the air while jumping from cover to cover. Obviously, this is a ton of speculation. The Mass Effect Andromeda jump may be nothing like the jump pack in Star Wars Battlefront, but if it is, I'll be pretty happy. The footage has a couple more examples of explosions, but I've covered the good stuff, and if I ever grow a quad, I'll remake this video with the actual footage from the leak, but I think I'd personally want to wait for permission. Hopefully you can still view the footage for yourself and follow along. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a like. It really helps out the channel. Keep an eye on MiniusGC for more Mass Effect videos. But for now...
Have a pleasant day.